I was lying on the floor, head between the speakers, left side of my body closer to the wall, where the sound pooled like water in a dent. Forgiveness came from the left speaker, not from me, not from any meditation app, not from a therapy session or a self-help book. It came from a low C note, played on a Rhodes piano from 1973. Forgiveness came from the left speaker, and it wasn't even for anyone else. It was for me, for the years I spent being the warden of my own prison. The African drum handed me the keys, the bass line showed me where the lock was, the pads whispered, "You've been doing life without parole for a crime you didn't commit." There was a person I've been angry at for so long I forgot their face, but the forgiveness that came from the left speaker wasn't for them. They were just a decoy. The real grudge was against myself, for being human, for making mistakes, for not knowing then what I know now. The electric piano played a chord that sounded like a shrug, and I realized holding a grudge is just a clenched muscle, and muscles get tired, even the strong ones. Forgiveness came from the left speaker, and I caught it like a cold or like a blessing. Hard to tell the difference. The warm, deep feelings had been waiting for me to stop trying. So hard to forgive and just let the sound do it. The left speaker didn't ask me to understand, didn't ask me to forget or to make peace with anyone. He just played a note, a single note, and my chest opened like a window, like a mouth, like a door I didn't know was there. The warm deep walked in, and the grudge walked out quietly without drama, because drama was never the point. Left speaker, left speaker. Forgiveness, forgiveness, not earned, not deserved, just given, just sound. The warm deep, the warm deep. I'm free, and I didn't even have to try. I stopped asking the warm deep to perform, to give me a sign, a breakthrough, a dramatic healing, to make me cry in a beautiful way, or hand me a revelation wrapped in a chord. The African drum noticed immediately, and I think it was relieved. I've been working so hard to impress me, when all it wanted to do was just be. I stopped asking the warm deep to perform, and for the first time it could breathe. The bass line stopped trying to be profound and just held the floor like a good friend should. The electric piano played a wrong note, and we both laughed, because the wrong notes are not failures, they're just notes that got tired of pretending. For years I treated my feelings like a talent show, ranking them, judging them. This sadness is not artistic enough. This joy is too small to count. The warm deep was exhausted from my expectations. The pads one night just played a single tone and held it for 10 minutes. No crescendo, no resolution, just a tone. Like a room that finally stopped asking, "Are you okay?" Every 5 seconds I stopped asking the warm deep to perform, and suddenly everything became easier. My grief didn't know me a lesson, my peace didn't know me a story. The guitar played a note that went nowhere, and that was the most beautiful thing I'd ever heard. The warm deep feelings just sat with me, not trying to fix, not trying to heal. Just being, just being, just being. You know what the warm deep said when I stopped asking? It said thank you. I was getting so tired of the pressure. I'm not a machine, I'm not a product, I'm just the weather inside you. And weather doesn't perform. It just arrives and leaves and arrives again. So now I lie in the warm deep, without a goal, without a question. That's when the magic happens. Not because the magic performed, because I stopped demanding it. No more asking, no more asking. The warm deep, the warm deep. Justice, justice. The drum doesn't try, the drum doesn't try. The bass line doesn't strain, the bass line doesn't strain. And neither do I, neither do I. Finally, I am not a performance anymore. I am just a body in the warm deep, letting it rain, letting it shine, asking nothing, receiving everything. My sorrow wears the same color as the baseline, deep blue, almost purple at the edges. Not the blue of drowning, the blue of deep water that holds ships. The blue of the sky 5 minutes before stars. I used to think sorrow was black, was absence, was a hole where joy should be. But the African drum showed me something different. It said, look closer, that's not black, that's midnight. And midnight is full of everything that sleeps and dreams. My sorrow has the same color as the baseline. So when the warm deep feelings play, I can't tell where the sadness ends and the music begins. And maybe that's the point. Maybe they were always the same thing, just wearing different clothes to fool me. The electric piano painted my grief a new shade. The pads turned it into a room I could live in, not a prison, a bedroom with windows. I used to fight my sorrow like a burglar, chase it out with positivity and list of things I'm grateful for. But it always came back through the kitchen window, tired, apologetic, carrying the same old bag. bass line one night just sat down next to it, and they started talking in a language I couldn't understand. But the tone was gentle like old friends. The guitar played a chord that sounded like stay, and I stopped running. My sorrow is the same color as the bass line. So now when it arrives, I don't lock the door, I just make tea, 2 cups. The warm, deep feelings sit between us like a translator who doesn't need words. My sorrow and I are not enemies anymore. We're just 2 shades of the same night. You wanna know what my sorrow told me? It said, I'm not here to ruin you, I'm here to deepen you. The warm deep isn't warm because it's happy. It's warm because it holds everything, even me, especially me. So I stopped trying to be happy and started trying to be whole. And the bass line played a note that sounded like, finally, same color, same color. The bass line, my sorrow, the warm deep, the warm deep. Not fighting, not fighting, just sitting, just breathing. Same color, different names. Good night, sorrow. See you in the morning. You know where the tea is. This is the 60th song, or maybe it's the first. Time is a trick the warm deep plays on us to make us think we're progressing. But the Afrosoul playlist never ends, it just loops quietly, like a heart that decided to keep going even after it forgot why. The Afrosoul playlist never ends. It just keeps playing while you sleep, while you drive, while you forget it's even there. The bass line is breathing, the drum is the planet turning. The warm deep feelings are the background radiation of a universe that decided to be kind. Thought song 60 would be goodbye, but the warm beat doesn't know how to say goodbye. It only knows see you in the next breath, and the next, and the next. The electric piano played a chord that sounded like again. The pads turned into the color of more. The guitar hit a note that said don't worry, and the African drum just kept time like it always has, like it always will. The Afrosoul playlist never ends, because endings were invented by people who forgot how to listen. The warm deep is not a song, it's a state, a place, a weather, and the weather doesn't end, it just changes. You can turn off your phone, you can close your laptop, you can walk away from this playlist, but the warm deep will follow you into the kitchen, into the traffic jam, into the hospital waiting room, into the garden, because it was never in the music. The music was in it. Press play again, press play again. The Afro soul playlist never ends, never ends. The warm beat is not a song, it's not a playlist. It's not 60 tracks, it's the thing between the tracks. It's the silence that holds the music, and that silence is forever. Shh. Listen. The warm deep is still playing. It never stops. It never will. The water was already cold, but I didn't notice because the crying had its own temperature, lower than any shower could fix. The baseline found me there, curled on the bathroom floor, soap still in my hair, shampoo bottle knocked over, like a witness who fainted. The baseline found me crying in the shower, and it didn't ask for an explanation. It just lowered itself beside me, vibrating through the wet tiles, through the drain, through the mildew, through the part of me that was trying to drown. The warm, deep feeling said, we're not here to save you, we're just here to sit in the water with you. The African drum was playing from the bedroom, soft enough to be a second heartbeat. The electric piano sent a chord under the door, like a folding note that said you're not boring. The past turned the steam into a blanket. The guitar played the sound of someone not leaving, and I stopped apologizing for crying in a place where water was already wet, where tears couldn't make anything worse. The baseline found me crying in the shower, and it didn't hand me a towel of toxic positivity. It didn't say look on the bright side, it just hummed the low patient note while I let the cold water wash the hot tears down the drain where they belong. The warm beat feeling stayed until the end, and then they stayed a little longer. You know what the bass line told me after? It said, you think this was a breakdown? This was a bath, a real one. You've been dry for years, scared of getting wet, but the warm and deep is not a flood. It's just a shower, and you can cry in it anytime, no charge. Found me, found me, found me in the shower, in the water, the baseline, the warm deep didn't fix me, just found me, and that was enough. That was so enough. Drip, drip, the baseline, still here, still here. My hands have been fist for years, without me even noticing. Clenched around old letters, around apologies I never sent, around the throat of my own fear. The African drum one night just stopped, and in the silence between beats I looked down at my fingers, white-knuckled, tired, forgetting what it felt like to hold something softly. The drum taught my hands to unclench, not with a lesson, not with a wrench, just by beating slow enough for me to notice that I was strangling my own openness. The bass line became the space between my fingers, the warm, deep feelings became the air they'd been missing. I started with one finger at a time, the pinky first, then the ring. The electric piano played a note of surprise when my palm remembered how to be a nest, not a weapon, not a wall. The pads held a feather and dropped it into my open hand, and I caught it, not with a grab, with a receiving I'd forgotten. I knew the guitar cried a little happy tears. The drum taught my hands to unclench, and now they're learning other things, how to wave at strangers, how to hold tea, how to touch my own face without flinching. The warm, deep feelings live in my palms now, and I don't want to close them ever again. You wanna know what I found inside my fist? Nothing, absolutely nothing. No treasure, no answer, no proof that I was tough. Just crescent moon scars from my own fingernails. The drum asked, was it worth it? And for the first time I said, no, it wasn't. Unclench, unclench, the drum, my hands, open now, catch me, warm, deep. I'm learning to hold without squeezing the life out. The guitar played a note I felt in my ancestors, not in my ears, in my bones, in the part of my DNA that remembers fire, and the first drum, and the first mother who sang while grinding grain between two stones. I wasn't expecting it. I was just lying on the floor, letting the warm deep do its slow work, when the guitarist's fingers slipped into a chord that wasn't on any chart. The guitar played a note I felt in my ancestors, and suddenly I wasn't alone in the room. There were others, dozens, hundreds, standing behind me, inside me, their hands on my shoulders, their breath in my lungs. The African drum recognized them immediately, started playing a rhythm from before recorded time. The bass line dropped so low, it became a heartbeat, not mine, ours. There was a woman I never met, but her cheekbones are my cheekbones. She was crying too, not from sadness, from recognition, from finally. She said, "We've been waiting for you to feel us." The electric piano played a chord that sounded like welcome. The pads turned the room into a village. The guitar repeated that same note, and my spine straightened without my permission. Because ancestors don't slouch. The guitar played a note I felt in my ancestors, and I realized I am not just me. I am a chorus, a crowd, a continuation. The warm, deep feelings are not new, they are ancient. They are the original radio. My great-great-grandmother's hands are the ones typing this, are the ones crying. They didn't come to fix me, they came to remind me. You are not broken, you are not alone. You are the latest verse of a song that started before language. The warm deep is not a trend, it's an inheritance. I asked them, am I doing okay? And they laughed, 1,000 ancestors laughing. They said, you're still here, that's the whole assignment. Ancestors, ancestors, felt you. The guitar and the note, the warm deep, the warm deep. I'm not alone, I never was. Thank you for the bones, for the blood, for the rhythm, for the song I'll keep playing, for the ones after me. The guitar plays on, the note never ends. My mind has been running marathons without a finish line. For years, decades, maybe forever. It runs through the night, through conversations that ended in 2012, through emails I should have worded differently. The other night the pads noticed, they stopped playing their usual chords and started building something else. The pads built a hammock for my racing mind, stretched between the bass line and the silence. Not to trap it, to hold it, to say you can rest here. The race is imaginary. The African drum rocked it slowly, back and forth, like a grandmother who knows that the child is tired of being brave. My thoughts tried to keep running at first. They said, We have to solve everything tonight. We have to remember every mistake. We have to plan for disasters that haven't happened yet. But the hammock was soft, too soft to argue with. The electric piano hummed a low frequency that made my neurons slow down like molasses. The past didn't fight the thoughts, they just gave them a place to lie down. The past built a hammock for my racing mind, and my mind said, this is weird, I'm not used to stopping. But the warm, deep feeling said, try it for 5 minutes. 5 minutes turned into an hour. The hour turned into something like peace. The guitar played a lullaby for my amygdala, and for the first time in years, my thoughts stopped running the marathon. They just sat in the hammock, looking at the stars. You know what my mind told me the next morning? It said, I didn't know I was allowed to stop. I thought if I stopped, everything would fall apart. But the past caught everything, and nothing fell except me into the hammock. And it was the best fall I've ever had. Hammock, hammock, for my mind, for my mind. Hammock, the past, the warm beat, rocking, rocking, rocking. My thoughts are snoring. Let them sleep, let them sleep. The race can wait. The race was never real. Good night, mind, good night, thoughts. The hammock has you now. This is the song about the silence between song 60 and song 61. The space where the playlist breathes, where the warm deep doesn't have to prove anything. You probably didn't notice it, most people don't. They press play and press play and press play, afraid of the gap where nothing happens. The silence between 60 and 61 is where the warm deep lies when no one's listening. The African drum rests its hands, the bass line holds its breath, and the pads become what they were before sound. Not empty, full of a potential, like a womb, like a seed, like the moment before you remember something important. I used to fear the silence between songs. I thought it was a failure of the algorithm, a glitch, a dead space, a waste of time. But the warm deep taught me the music is just a messenger. The silence is the message. The electric piano stops playing, but the feeling doesn't stop feeling. The guitar puts down its pick, but the vibration stays in the wood of the room. The silence between 60 and 61 is not an ending, it's a doorway. The warm, deep feelings don't need a beat to hold you. They hold you better in the pause. Try it, stop reading just for 3 seconds. Feel the space between the words. That's where I am, that's where we are. The warm deep doesn't need a playlist. The playlist needs the warm deep. What is a song without the silence after? a shout without a breath, a wave without the trough. The warm deep is not the note. The warm deep is the thing that hears the note, and that thing never stops. Even when the music stops, especially when the music stops. The silence is not empty, it's full of everything that hasn't been played yet. Every song you'll ever love is sleeping in the silence right now. Between 60 and 61, between 60 and 61, 60 and 60. The warm deep is not the music, it's what holds the music. Press pause, press pause. Listen to the silence. It's not empty, it's not empty. It's the warm deep, resting, waiting, being. See, it was always here. The silence loves you too. Press play when you're ready, or don't. The warm deep doesn't care. It just is, always. Always. The warm deep borrowed my body for a night. I didn't get permission, it just took. Not in a scary way, in a finally way. Like a house that's been empty for years. Suddenly remembered it was made for living in. The African drum moved into my ribs. Set up a small bed in the space between my lungs. The bass line stretched out along my spine, like a cat who finally found the sunny spot. The warm deep borrowed my body, and for the first time in decades I wasn't driving. I wasn't the manager of my own sadness, I was just a passenger, watching my hands move without my permission, watching my feet find a rhythm I never learned. The electric piano colored my blood, the pads turned my breath into smoke signals, and somewhere around 3 a.m. I forgot where I ended and the song began. An inch I didn't know I was holding. My jaw unclenched, a story from 2005. The guitar played a note that made my left knee twitch, and I realized the warm deep knew my body better than I did. It found the bruises I'd hidden from myself and played them like soft drums. For a night, and when morning came it gave it back, but differently lighter, less crowded. The furniture had been rearranged, the windows were open, and there was a note on the fridge that said, "You can invite me back anytime, I live next door." I used to think my body was a problem to solve, a machine to optimize, a cage for my endless mind. But the warm deep showed me it's an instrument, a beautiful, broken, borrowed instrument. And sometimes the best music happens when you stop playing and let something else